This is Alex Smith's first play in nearly 2 years on a football field. Let's add some triumphant music, and yes! Yes! That is the most impressive 5-yard swing pass I have ever seen. Alex! 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 If you consider Alex Smith's glorious return to the football field, when Ron Rivera eventually beats cancer and then remove all of the terrible things Dan Snyder and the Washington football team have done, the Washington football team could finish this season #1 in moral victories. Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. Let's give Alex Smith the Comeback Player of the Year award right now, Perna. No point in waiting. It is nearly impossible to get unanimous support for anything in this country. But on Sunday, we got just that. In Washington, of all places, as quarterback Alex Smith returned to the football field for the first time since breaking his leg in such gruesome fashion that it would have made even the guy who was the bone collector in the movie The Bone Collector squirm. And he collected bones, if you didn't know. Instead of doing a live reaction video tonight, like I do every Sunday, I wanted to pay tribute to Alex Smith, even though he couldn't play good enough when healthy to prevent the Chiefs from drafting Patrick Mahomes, which really affected my life in a negative way. And when I think about it, as a Broncos fan, I'm not sure what hurts more, watching Mahomes and the Chiefs torture my Broncos or what Alex Smith went through. But today, I honor you, Mr. Smith. Whew, that's good sports. Please, for near daily NFL news updates, subscribe to this YouTube channel. I do have Big Dick Patreon shoutouts for new patrons. Since I do not speak what writing this language is in, this guy donated, and we'll say his name is Johnny Salami. The only thing that sucks more than the Broncos is my music at Eyes Cray, hashtag Broncos Country. Crystal Pin, Weirdo in Space. The Vikings should change their logo, since it is a historically inaccurate stereotype of my Norse heritage because of how stupid impractical horns and wings are on a helmet. My GMC Envoy is faster than your Mustang. And Blue Ridge Mountain Plumbing, now up to $168 every month. The best plumbing in Central Virginia. Patreon.com/ThatsGoodSports. That's how you support this channel. And for all $5 and above patrons, Will Keys and I offer our weekly game picks video just for you on Patreon. I just saw what happened to Dak Prescott and his leg. It looked like a very similar injury to what Alex Smith went through. So the day Alex Smith returns, Dak looks like he breaks his leg just as bad as Smith. It sucks. It just sucks. The day he returns, we were excited to see Alex Smith return, and then this happens to Dak. I just finished the episode. I just wanted to throw it in there saying, like, speedy recovery to Dak. I'm not going to show the injury here because it just fucking sucks, man. I just think this is a good example of when players want to get paid on long-term deals, especially key players at the quarterback position. It is why you should support them in their security long-term, because they're risking shit like this happening any play. Now, to appreciate Alex Smith being back on a football field and just walking, think about what transpired for Smith and the Washington football team following the tragic moment his leg bones were rearranged worse than a 2020 NFL football schedule. That was week 11 of 2018, and today, week 5 of 2020, nearly 2 full years later, he finally returned to the game. A man amongst Well, other very manly men, but still a fucking man. He endured 17 surgeries, battled an infection that threatened his life, countless hours of rehab just to return to quarterback an organization that cleaned house, removing their entire coaching staff, has also been marred by sexual harassment lawsuits, a name change to football team, all while being run by an owner that isn't even good enough for the word classless. Then, his new head coach gets cancer, is called a racist for benching Dwayne Haskins, which moved Alex Smith up to QB number 2 on the depth chart, and at no point did I even mention Smith fighting for all of this only to return for COVID Ball 2020. Holy heck. Alex Smith then watched Kyle Allen, who was already getting pulverized, take a headshot after being targeted by Jalen Ramsey and a very aggressive defense who fought all of the Giants on the field last weekend, only to hear his number finally called. All of that pain, all of that drama has built up into what should get Alex Smith, if nothing else, a very shiny Comeback Player of the Year award trophy to put on his shelf, right next to the empty space occupied by the memory of the Super Bowl his 49ers lost with another QB starting in his place, and the empty space where the Chiefs Super Bowl trophy sits that was won after they traded him away because they found a better quarterback. Who the hell goes through all of that with the leg injury and still decides to come back for more? A masochist. After that hit, Smith jogged onto the field to the tune of a standing ovation from all 4 people in the stands, which was just his family, giving him the ovation. Imagine though if that were the Rivers family. We'd be like, whoa, when did Washington sell out their game? Now getting a standing ovation from your family is cute, but it's the equivalent of paying for a massage and then bragging to your friends that you spent the day with a woman who couldn't keep her hands off of you. Anyway, Smith completed a quick pass to J.D. McKissick to get started. I love that they called a pass for Smith on his first play back. Now, Smith did not have to wait long to see if his partially robotic body would hold up to an NFL hit, as Aaron Donald jumped on his back to sack him for the first time in nearly 2 years. As someone who tore multiple ligaments in my knee by drunkenly carrying a friend on my back, I about shit my pants seeing Aaron Donald do that to Smith. The last guy I want to be my first guy to hit me upon my return is Aaron Donald. Well, maybe third to last if you remember it was J.J. Watt and Kareem Jackson who tag teamed Smith on that infamous play. I do love Aaron Donald, but dude, you take it easy on the guy. He's a national treasure. Just hug him until they blow the whistle. That's the proper play.
Aaron Donald set. Aaron Donald set. Aaron Donald set.
Okay, Aaron. Yes, that motherfucker's leg is strong. Thank you for testing that for us, Dr. Donald. Now, Alex Smith was sacked 6 times in this game. This was like taking someone who survived the Titanic and letting them captain the Exxon Valdez oil spill ship, and then letting him take a spin in the Challenger. Not an ideal game for him to return, which is a polite way of asking, what the fuck are you thinking, Ron Rivera, by leaving him in there? Kyle Allen cleared concussion protocol and was healthy enough to return, but Rivera stuck it out with Smith. Washington gave up 8 total sacks, so maybe that's why Dwayne Haskins has looked so bad. Haskins, by the way, was sent home with an illness or something, so he wasn't even at the game. And honestly, this might have been Alex Smith's worst statistical football game he's ever played. He averaged 2.2 yards per throw, went 9 for 17 for 37 yards with a QB rating of 58.7. Kyle Allen was playing a lot better when he was in the game, so maybe somebody besides Rivera should start making the quarterback decisions in Washington. I mean, Alex Smith had just 6 more passing yards than what he lost on sacks. But that doesn't matter because Smith is going to earn praise for his gutsy performance. Nobody will point out how bad his reunion was, and rightfully so. That's not the story. But one last time I will say, Alex Smith deserves better. You put him behind that KC offensive line with those receivers, and he probably wins MVP along with Comeback Player of the Year. The Silver Linings playbook is this. Alex Smith knows for sure now his body can take a hit. It can take 6 hits, which, as shitty as that is pretty fucking cool for a guy who let doctors cut him open 17 times. If Smith can recover from that, if doctors can put him back together with enough metal and screws to endure 6 NFL hits in one game, I firmly believe we will get through this COVID shit stronger and more determined than ever. And as soon as we do, Aaron Donald will be right there to jump on all of our backs, reminding we did it for nothing. Just kidding. Alex Smith, legendary status. I did a video today about the shit show that is the NFL scheduling disaster. Make sure you click and watch that. Pretty good it is for if